Hey guys, so this is basically just kind of a review of what you need to actually do. Pretty much exactly what we've been going over in class together as a class, but you've got me on a video instead of me in person. So feel free to pause this at any point and work on this as a class. You guys do it how you want to do it, and then from there, pause it when you need to, and I'll just go on. So basically, this is two diagrams, photosynthesis and cellular respiration, and these are the two organelles, so the chloroplast and the mitochondria. It's wanting you to talk about what two things the chloroplast, three things rather, excuse me, one, two, and three, what three things the chloroplast or the plant needs from the environment to do photosynthesis. Okay, this right here, organelle 4, is just what organelle this is, what's the name of it, and I just gave you that a few seconds ago in the video. 5 and 6 are saying what two things does photosynthesis produce, so what's on the right side of the arrow, and notice those two things are then going to be used and be what's on the left side of the reaction for cellular respiration. Okay, and then what is being produced, okay, by the mitochondria here, and then what organelle is this being done in. Okay, next is talking about the tropisms. It gives you a hint as to what tropisms are, if you've forgotten, and then it gives you a list of 4, so geo, hydro, thigmo, and phototropism. It gives you a brief description of them, and then it wants you to use that brief description to answer the questions based on what you just read. So the next page in your book is asking you to define enzymes and to discuss enzymes. Now, we did a foldable about this right before we tested over the human body unit, so you can find the majority of these things on that foldable. So I want you to match the definition and the word. So look for product, active site, enzyme, catalyst, substrate, and activation energy. Now I know at least 4 of those are listed in your foldable, and then you should be able to figure it out and narrow it down from there. This one wants you to fill in the blanks with the appropriate name. Here are your names. Don't get lost. Product, active site, enzyme, substrate, and then enzyme substrate complex. And you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now again, that picture looks a little different from your foldable, but not completely, so use your foldable, narrow it down from there. Then we've got the factors that affect enzymes. We talked about those factors in your foldable. The question down here is asking you to explain how your body is going to try and maintain homeostasis when the following things happen. So if your body gets too hot, what is your body going to do to try and fix that? What body systems are going to engage and things like that. B, if your body gets too cold, what body systems are going to kick in. C, if your blood pressure gets too high, and D, if your blood pressure gets too low. Next, defining positive and negative feedback. Now, we did that in a review foldable for the human body system, so you can go find those definitions there. Page 14 is asking you about evolution. Now this right here, F-A-M-E, fame, is a big hint for a lot of the things that you're going to need to remember for this unit. So what it's asking you to do is label the evidence of evolution below using fame. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 pictures here. So you'll use one of these twice. You'll use 3 of them once and 1 of them twice. 6 is asking you to define homologous and analogous structures and give some examples. Those can be found in your journal. 7 is asking you the difference between convergent and divergent evolution. Again, also can be found in your journal. If you cannot find them in your journal, good thing there's a textbook up front at the front of the room. Number 8 is asking you just a straight question to analyze this cladogram or dendrogram. We also called it a phylogenetic tree. All of those things mean the same thing. This is based on their DNA. It's asking you to figure out their common ancestors. So question number 1, it looks like, is asking you what animal is a fish most closely related to. And then question 2 says what other 2 animals would have a most recent common ancestor with very few DNA and RNA differences. So make sure you are utilizing those questions. We have answered most of those in our notes already as well. All right, question 15 is asking you to talk about the hierarchy of organisms. So here we're arranging the following terms from most specific to least specific. So the most specific would be the most narrowed down. Least specific would be the biggest combination. So just to give you a hint, the most specific thing on here is going to be an atom. So starting with an atom, go from there. Now we've covered everything on here apart from atom before, and there is no number 8. So there's only 7 things on the list. Shout out to Carly Duncan in 6th period for telling me that before. Okay, so then we're going to arrange the terms here from most general to least general. So starting out with the biggest group we know is domain, and then go down the line from there. Question number 1 here, the difference between archaebacteria and eubacteria. You will need to look on your kingdom chart in your journal to be able to do that. Taxonomy, that is a definition straight from your journal. Question number 3 here says, after looking at the information, why do you think it is necessary, or why do you think taxonomy is necessary for the scientific community? Underline the genus and species for any one of the cats. Basically, it's wanting you to figure out, okay, the common names are here in the middle, the scientific names are here. What's the deal going on there? And then we had something that we called a 2-name classification system. Now that's straight from your journal as well. You need to go figure out what that is. All right, last but not least, we have got the very last page, page 16. You will need your kingdom chart for this as well. What it's asking you to do. Fungi, plants, and protists. Are they pro or eukaryotes? Are they uni or multicellular? Are they sexual or asexual? Do they have a cell wall, and what is it made of if they do? Are they auto or are they heterotrophs, or are they both auto and heterotrophs? Okay, now the reason that fungi, plants, and protists are on here is because those are the 3 that most people get confused. At the bottom of the page here, I would also like you to write down eubacteria, archaebacteria, and animalia. Determine the same things. Are they pro or eukaryotes? Are they unicellular or multicellular? Are they sexual or asexual? Do they have a cell wall, and if they do, what's it made of? And are they auto or heterotrophs? Now, if you don't include that on your packet, I will count off. So archae, eu, and animalia. If you've got any friends who you know are absent today, you might want to text them and let them know that that's something that they need to do. Or have them email me and double check, because remember, this is due Monday as soon as you walk in my door. I'm going to check them, see how many pages you haven't done, write that number down, and that's going to end up being a daily grade. Then from there, I will take this up on Thursday when we get back after STAAR. My apologies for being out today. If you need anything over the weekend while you're working, please email or tweet me. My email address is mboggs@mckinneyisd.net, for those of you who haven't emailed me yet this year. And my Twitter is Megan Boggs, MNHS. So MEGANBOGGS, MNHS. That bell means I'm done. See you later. Have a good weekend. Good luck.